Honestly, yeah, I mean, it was my first win in 2 years. And look, winning's tough. I mean, no matter what it is, winning is tough. You have to learn how to win. And it came, I wouldn't say easy, but it came in a few bunches early on in my career. So just being able to close that out on Sunday, knowing that, I had a good first round, struggled a little bit, second round, came through in the third round, and then ultimately played really, really good in the fourth round. A lot of things stick out, but just being able to win again and being, on top of that leaderboard at the end of Sunday, I mean, that's everything to me. And that's like, you look back at a season, I look back at this season, I haven't won. I mean, I've had a solid year, but I haven't won. And, I've got one more opportunity at that.
You were quite emotional at the presentation ceremony last year. Did that surprise you that you came out like that?
Yeah, I mean, honestly, I'm not that emotional of a guy. I think just an accumulation of a lot of things, being in Japan, having family history here, winning a tournament for the first time in a couple of years, having my wife, Kat, there, just all the hard work you put into it. I mean, it's nonstop hours, nonstop minutes, just always thinking about how to get better. And that's what's amazing about this game and what is frustrating at some other times. And no matter what, you always come out of it just loving what we do. And I'm very lucky to be doing this.
And Collin gets his first round underway tonight, 9:35 p.m. Eastern, alongside Sahith Theegala and Will Zalatoris, 3 PGA Tour winners, all with ties to the state of California, by the way. Reminder, coverage begins 11 p.m. Eastern right here on Golf Channel. I'll never forget speaking to Collin at the Masters this year. He's just gotten back with his childhood coach, Rick Sessinghaus, and started to see things come together. Said he was starting to play with kind of an uncluttered mind, and he's played very well, even though he hasn't won this season. Was 4-1 at the President's Cup. It was an absolute rock for the United States.
Technically, he hasn't won.
Oh, I know where you're going. Atlanta, maybe?
Yes, at the Tour Championship. If you look at the official World Golf Rankings, he is credited with a victory at the Tour Championship. He finished 4 strokes back of Scotty Scheffler.
Yes.
But with the staggered scoring system, which the World Golf Ranking does not acknowledge, he is credited with that victory. But it is a sign of how well he's played. Top 20 in every major championship that's been played this year. And where you see the real difference with Collin Morikawa is at the business end of the hole. We know the guy hits it closer to the hole on average than pretty much anyone else who's out there week in, week out. If you went back 3 years ago, he was 178th on tour in strokes gained putting. He got it up to 131st in 22, got it up to 114th last year. And that's when he started working with Stephen Sweeney, the putting coach who's based in West Palm Beach in Florida, who works with guys like Shane Lowry and a bunch of other guys. He's currently 61st on tour. And to me, that indicates how good a ball striker he is when you can be 61st and put yourself in the mix as often as Collin Morikawa does. He really is one of the most consistent performers in the game this year, even if technically he's considered to not have a victory.
He's also trying to be free of thought. I remember speaking to him at the Masters. He said he had just kind of arrived, didn't really know where his game was. He ended up finishing tied for third. We were asking him in the media, what's kind of the swing thought that's carrying you? And he says, I don't want to talk about that. I don't want to get into that. And I think he even said with Rick Sessinghaus, he's just trying to play golf. He's not trying to have too many thoughts. And I think when he was working with Mark Blackburn for that time last year, he was trying to incorporate some things. And Collin will tell you that he did learn some things about the golf swing. But he thinks he plays his best golf when he's not thinking about positions or incorporating details into his game.
That really is a dangerous time for guys, isn't it, when they start searching for something that perhaps they don't need to search for. And sometimes you just try to get back to base camp, where you started. Not always easy to get back there, though.
Doesn't he look like a stalwart, though? Someone that we're going to see year after year, hopefully battling the likes of Scotty Scheffler and Xander Schauffele.
He really does. He had a very hot start to his career when he won the first PGA Championship he ever played. He won the first Open Championship he ever played. That's kind of a hard pace
How do you maintain
that
pace?
Out there. But the putter did look like a real weakness for him out there for a couple of years, and it looked as though that all the great ball striking was going to wear on him. He was starting to look like a little Sergio Garcia. When you hit the ball that well but can't actually get it in the hole, it kind of wears on you after a while. And it certainly soured Garcia over the years. It looked as though Morikawa was starting to feel that frustration, the early days of that as well. But the work he's done with Sweeney has made him a much more reliable putter. And the statistics back that up.